Hey guys, Masha here from Masha Plans and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are setting up June in my bullet journal. As you see, I chose unicorns as my June theme. There were a few reasons. First of all, June is actually my birthday month and I really wanted to do something that brings me joy, and unicorns definitely are one of those things. And second of all, in June, I'm starting a new journal. And I remember that actually last time I moved to a new journal, I started it with the unicorn theme. So I thought maybe that could be a cool little tradition to start every new journal with the unicorn theme. Let me know what you think in the comments. Just to remind you that all the supplies I used during this setup will be linked in the description box below in case you're interested. Now, tell me how many of you actually noticed the mistake I made that my rainbow has one color going only half through the rainbow. Now to my monthly log. I did a big questionnaire on my Instagram, so in case you guys want to be a part of it, make sure to give me a follow. I will leave a link down below, but it's at Masha Plants. So I had a big survey on what kind of spreads you guys want to see in my journal this month, or more, how do you want me to make the spreads I always make. So for my monthly log, you guys voted for calendar view, which is fantastic because calendar is actually my favorite way to do a monthly log. I go with the usual format I use all the time, which is just a calendar and some free space below for my to-do list. And as you can see, I'm using pencil first for most of my doodles actually, just because that allows me to have more control and generally to make sure that all my spreads are well spaced. I really like unicorn theme because it allows to use super cute and very simple doodles, and you just add those wonderful pastel colors and suddenly they start popping so much. Let me know if you want me to do a separate video with just how to doodle all those little cuties. And oh yes, I also forgot to mention that I did a unicorn theme before, and I will leave a link below in the description to the blog post with my plan with me and all the pictures of all the spreads. So in case you guys want to see a little bit different take on a unicorn theme, it will be there. You probably noticed that I used a white gel pen, and that's my little trick to fix most of the mistakes in my journal. I have problems with drawing lines and tables. My lines always look crooked and there's always something there that's a little bit wrong. So yes, my white gel pen is the savior for me. Now for my habit tracker. You voted for me to have a lot of smaller habit trackers versus one big one, which works just fine for me because I do like my habit trackers small. That's what I realized lately, because in May I actually gave a try to a circle habit tracker and I failed with it a little bit because I kept tacking the wrong boxes. So I really like how it looks and I definitely want to go back to it, but for now I just need to see everything and be clear that I mark the right days. I did a very simple setup with just a little calendar, trackers, and of course there was a lot of white space which I just had to fill out with doodles. Also, I noticed that pastel colors are pastel, so they're not very bright, and I decided to add this little bit of black shading to the side of the letter just to kind of make the letters pop a little bit more. At the bottom of the page, I'm gonna have my goals, and at this time I decided to divide my goals in two. So on one part I will just write the goals which I want to achieve by the end of the month, and on the other part I will write more or less step by step what I have to do every day to make sure I get there. And I thought that rainbow was kind of a cutesy little way to divide my goal spreads into two, and it fits perfectly with unicorn theme, so I think in the end it worked out pretty well. And of course I couldn't hold myself and I just had to do it a little bit more. These roses are super simple, but they're extremely cute and I really use them a lot. I also noticed that I didn't add the shading to my stats lettering, so I kind of went back and fixed it. Now to my next spread. My next spread is a gratitude log. This is something I'm trying to keep more or less every month in maybe different formats, but yes, it's definitely very useful spread for me, and I just love that feeling of warmth and that feeling of gratitude and the realization of how amazing your life is every time I open my gratitude log. So this month you guys voted for me to use doodles to express my gratitudes, so this is gonna be a really empty spread, and I'm planning to doodle maybe one thing I'm grateful for every day, or maybe it's just gonna be something good that happened to me during the day. It's gonna be more of a spread of positivity, I think. I really can't explain why I decided to add a sleeping unicorn to my gratitude log, but I thought it was so cute and I just rolled with it. I must say that I got my inspiration for unicorns from a clip art I found on a Pinterest, and I will leave a link to it in the description. Next spread is affirmations, which is a practice I've been doing for a while as a part of my miracle morning routine, but I did notice that I've been slacking a lot lately with me being so busy. So I decided to bring it to my bullet journal and kind of make sure that I keep up with it because it is a very powerful practice. So again, it's one more empty spread that I'm going to be filling out during the month. I'm planning to write at least one line every day, so let's see how that goes. Finally, to my weekly setups, and this is really something new I'm trying this month. So I've been playing around with my bullet journal system and the way I use my bullet journal, and I decided that I want to concentrate on my goals and make my bullet journal more of my goals planner. So that's why I started using a different planner for my day-to-day task list. I'm using a Hobonichi planner. If you guys want me to tell you more about it, I maybe do a review, please let me know in the comments. I would like to if that's something you're interested in. But yes, so I'm using Hobonichi planner for my day-to-day task list and planning, and I want to use my bullet journal as more of a place to review my achievements and kind of check myself on whether I'm going to a right place. So That's why these weeklies are going to be more or less weekly reviews to check that I'm going in the right direction, in the speed that I want to go with. And I think it's going to be great, and I think it's still going to allow me to kind of keep my memories within my bullet journal. That's a little experiment I'm running, so let's see how that goes. And for my final spread, which is a monthly review, I decided to just go with a very simple doodle of a unicorn. I do know that usually for my monthly review I have a spread with 6 different boxes, and this month I will be doing the same type of the review. But what I realized is that sometimes that having constraint in boxes means that the space isn't used properly. So sometimes maybe I don't need that much space to write the events that took place during the month, but maybe I need more space to write my monthly gratitudes. So this month I decided that I will be doing this spread in more of a mind map style. So I did my artwork, I did the lettering, and later on I'll just map out the same sections as I usually use and make them occupy as much space as they need. Let's see how that looks. And time for the final flip through. I hope you guys like this setup, and in case you want to see more from me, I put a little playlist with a different Plan With Me videos, so just click there and check it out and see if you want to do your take on any of these themes. Thank you for staying with me, keep bullet journaling, and don't be a blob. Bye!